Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. It is Kay, your spiritual witch, your astrologer, numerologist and all-round friend. So Jupiter is moving into Pisces. Woo! Crack open the champagne. This is some good news and I'm really happy to talk about this because, you know, Jupiter as a planet, just so we can get a really good feel for him, for those of you that don't know, he represents luck, fortune, gifts, publishing, sports. He is the traditional ruler of Pisces, and some of you might know him as the ruler of Sagittarius, which is correct, he is. But before the discovery of the planet Neptune, he was the ruler of Pisces. And he's linked to the ninth house in modern astrology with Sagittarius. He's a very slow moving planet that takes roughly 12 months to move through one sign. So when we have Jupiter's energy of luck, fortune and benevolence, we have it for a long time, which is a good thing. He represents the day Thursday for my fellow witches who like to do all your rituals and stuff and use the planet energies and the moons and so forth. Thursday is the day for Jupiter, working for business, money and fortune. He can represent a grandfather in a person's birth chart, and if you are female in your birth chart, he could tell you a hell of a lot about your potential husband, especially if you do synastry with another person, if you have a love interest. So Jupiter can really represent a husband. Now in terms of professions, he's a patron of lawyers, teachers and doctors as well. So this is a little bit about Jupiter's energy. Now, as I said to you, Jupiter, he has two roles, like modern and traditional. So before Neptune was discovered in 1846, Jupiter ruled the sign Pisces. If you are a Pisces, you may already know this. You may not have, but there you go. That was your traditional ruler before Neptune came along, and Neptune was discovered in 1846. Some astrologers say that Jupiter is like a night ruler of Pisces, depending if you were born around the night, and Neptune is the day ruler of Pisces. Personally, as an astrologer, I just stick to, traditional and modern. That's what I stick to, but some astrologers do that. And a fun fact as well that you can know about Jupiter, if you were born at night, this is for everybody, if you were born at night, if you have a night chart like myself, then Jupiter is your key or strongest planet in your chart. If you were born during the day, it would be Venus. So this is a bit about Jupiter and his role as a modern and traditional ruler. He's not just linked to the sign Sagittarius. And on the right hand side, that is his symbol, which you will see on all charts. So what's his role then? So Jupiter, as I said, he can represent a grandfather. He can also represent a potential husband, but generally for all of us, he is here to help with fortune, luck and expansion and dreams. He's a very positive energy. He will expand any planets that he touches, or he will expand any part of a birth chart that he touches in a helpful way. Now that said, if he touches a planet like Mars, yes, he is going to expand Mars's aggressiveness. So it does work that way as well. He's not just going to turn Mars all soft and jelly-like and turn him into a very benevolent energy. He will expand what Mars is about, but he can soften the blow, that Mars can give, for example, and he can soften other planets like Uranus, Saturn and Pluto. But he is a very big benevolent energy in the cosmos, here to bring us luck and fortune. So with this whole tag team that we've got with Jupiter and Pisces going on, this is a dream for 2022, because it could be a year of luck and fortune for every single one of us. Because when a sign moves into its sign that it rules or that it's associated with, it triggers the highest vibration of that sign, that planet's energy. So Jupiter moving back under Pisces is really going to trigger him, and it's going to make him very happy and jolly, even more happy and jolly than he normally is, and be helping us all in many ways, providing that he is making helpful aspects with other planets. Now, the second thing to be excited about about this tag team between Jupiter and the sign Pisces, which you can see here on the right hand side the signs for, is that a planet at 0 degrees in a natal chart, if you're born and you've got 0 degrees in your chart, like planets at 0 degrees have just entered a sign, this is where in life you can always fall back and make a new chapter. And I personally experienced this as well. My Mercury is at 0 degrees in a sign, and it has come very, very true for me. I was able to create a new chapter through Mercury and through that sign. So if you have a planet at 0 degrees in your chart, you could check the planet's energy, check the sign, and that can give you an indication of where you can start a new chapter and how you can always reinvent yourself in life, or where you can find your true happiness, as was my case. Now, in a general day-to-day transit, outside of natal charts, when it happens like this, a planet just moves into a new sign, beg your pardon, like Jupiter going into Pisces, and they enter at 0 degrees, as they all do, then this is a chance to start afresh. It's like the reset button. So Jupiter moving into this sign is a big deal, and it's a happy vibe. It really, really is a happy vibe, and we should all be excited about this. So this is happening. This tag team will kick off from the 28th, 29th of December, depending on where you are in the world. And if you look at the chart on the right hand side, where I've just pulled a chart for the day, you can see that Jupiter, where is he? Okay, so you can see down in the 3rd house, you can see the symbol that looks like a number 4, the dark green symbol, and then above that you can see 00 indicating the degree, and then above that you can see the sign for Pisces, and above that you can see 00 again. So that is Pisces, and that is Pisces influencing Jupiter there. Now what's going to happen is Jupiter is going to form what I can see on this day. The only major aspect he's going to form is like a trine to the moon. The moon is up in the 11th house, if you can see it there, under the sign of Scorpio, and you see the sign for the moon there. And this is like triggering emotional happy vibes and happy well-being from an emotional perspective, because the moon is a representation of how we feel. Now, a trine is like the most positive aspect that planets can make. It's two signs that are roughly 120 degrees apart. They will be the same element. So you've got the moon under a water sign, Scorpio, and you've got Jupiter under Pisces, its sister water sign. So they understand each other. So this is the energy of a trine, because they automatically have this understanding. They can communicate, they can talk to each other. They're the same element. So this is also happening around the time of Mars and Venus, who will conjunct from the 25th, which is about transformation of desires. Now check the links below, or it might pop up somewhere on the corner of this video as I close this out, because I've just done a video talking about what is happening in the sign of Capricorn and how you can use this. So really, in conclusion, this is great news. You could check where Pisces rules in your chart. Check the link below. I'll leave a link for how you can work out house rulership, and you can start to manifest in this area of your life. If you know where Pisces rules, this is where Jupiter is going to be, and get ready for transformation of your own desires when Mars and Venus conjunct in the sign of Capricorn. Watch the other video for that if you want to know what's happening there. If you're a Pisces sun sign, your traditional ruler is focused on you. Yeah, it's focused on you. So Jupiter is focusing on you and your approach to life. If you're a Pisces moon like me, your moon is in Pisces, Jupiter is focused on your emotions with luck and fortune. If you're a Pisces ascendant, Jupiter is focusing on your inner self, your private wants, needs and desires. So wherever Pisces is in your chart is where you're going to find Jupiter. And Jupiter, as I said, will be in this sign for majority of 2022, because he takes at least 12 months to transition through a sign. So you will feel his energy in that part of your life. Now, I do realize, guys, when I do these videos, I can only say so much to keep it very, very general for the masses and help people to understand what's going on. But if you join me up on Patreon, I will be breaking this down in a lot more detail. And the reason why I've decided from 2022 to go up on Patreon is to help you. I do these videos, I do a blog post, and I realise there's only so much I can say, and people have questions, people want to know how they can apply it to themselves personally, people want to know how they can manifest with all the wonderful energies that's going on in the cosmos. So from next year, each month I will be focusing on this in detail. I'll still be bringing you here on YouTube, you know, a general basic breakdown on what's going on. But if you really want to go into deeper detail and you really want to grab your own chart and you really want to use the energies to manifest, like for example, if you want to find out where Jupiter will be hovering for the next year and how you can make the most of his benevolent energy, then, you know, I will be able to work through this with you on Patreon, because that's what I'll be doing. So check the links below. I won't plug it too much. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season if you are celebrating, because this will be happening you know, just after Christmas, just before the new year. Do check that other video, which will be linked below as well, or it will pop up on the Mars and Venus aspects that are going on. Give the video a like on your way out as well if you haven't already. Consider subscribing as well if you do love your astrology and your tarot and things like that. Keep well, and I will catch you in the next video.